Good day, mates. How you going? My buddy and I here are going to share some examples of the most common verbs, modal verbs that are used in English. What are the most common modal verbs in English? As you have probably seen that in my short video, yeah, we can use, people use a lot: can, could, must, should, would, will, may, or might. For possibility, we can use can, could, and for probability, we can use may and might. What is the difference between possibility and probability? Probability is something that we can measure from higher to lower, and possibility is not something we can measure. It's either possible or impossible. We don't measure that, right? So examples here: is it possible to improve your English in 6 months? Yeah. Possibility, like I said, impossible or possible, we can say, can you improve your English in 6 months? Yeah. Or could you improve your English in 6 months? What is the difference? Both are polite. The difference is that can is more informal and could is more formal. Another one for the probability: what are the chances of going out this weekend? Yeah, what are the chances of you going out this weekend? If you say, like, I may go out this weekend, I may go out this weekend, it is a high chance, yeah, because I have a lot of free time, I have money, so I can definitely go out this weekend. I might go out this weekend. It's a lower probability, like I have so many things to do. Even if I have money, or maybe, I don't really have a lot of money and I have so many things to do, that I might go out this weekend because I want to go, but the circumstances are not in favor of that. How many languages are you able to speak? Yeah, and I'm using that now for ability, can or could for ability. How many languages are you able to speak? How many languages can you speak? I can speak 3 languages. Yeah, I can speak English, of course. Yeah, I can speak French, bonjour, and I can speak Portuguese, bom dia. Were you able to ride a horse when you were a teenager? Yeah, teenager, pastime. Yeah, for me, it's the past. Could. Could we use for abilities in the past. Could you ride a horse when you were a teenager? I actually could ride a horse when I was a teenager. Yeah, it's been a while. I should try again. We can also use modal verbs to talk about, to ask for permissions. Yeah, when we ask for permission, it's because you are doing the action. You ask someone so you can do something. Yeah, you ask someone their permission so you do something. All right, we can use can, may, or could for that. Yeah, may is more formal, more nicely used, yeah, in a more formal and polite way. We can use could, and informal way, but still polite, we can use can. And in some cases, it might be interpreted as if you are able to do something. So I'd always recommend for permission, may or could. But a lot of people do use can, of course. If you formally ask me for permission to leave the meeting early because we're having a meeting here, how do you do that? May I leave this meeting earlier? I really have some personal matters that I need to attend to. I don't believe you, so you may not. I have just denied his request for permission. Nicely asked me for permission to speak. I remember you said nicely, we can use could, so could I speak? Could I say something here? You could, because you're very nice and very polite. Of course you could. Now, informally ask me for permission to go to the toilet. Informal, yes, I remember you said can, so can I go to the toilet? No, you can't. I'm sorry.
Game over.
I'm sorry, I tried. But now, let's use modal verbs. Yeah, after coming back. Request. Yeah, other person does it. Yeah, so you request that other person does something for you. We can use will, would, can, or could. Informally asking me to turn on the lights. I'm not going to ask you to turn on the lights because the lights are already on. But I'm going to ask you the opposite. Can I turn off the lights? You were so funny. Okay. No, you cannot. Nicely ask me to turn off The air conditioning. You told me what is the modal verb that we use when we are being nice to other people. AC, air conditioner. Could I turn on the AC, please? Yes, you could because it's very hot. Now directly ask me to speak slowly because I'm speaking too fast. Oh, directly. I know I can use will for that. So, will you speak slowly? I really needed to speak slowly because it's pretty hard for me to understand what you're saying. Yes, I will. Of course. I will try to speak slowly so you can follow what I'm saying, all right? Now, politely ask me to explain something one more time, please. Of course, politely is the modal verb that is missing, and that's would. Would, that's right. Would you uh, would you explain that again, please? Would you explain that one more time? Yes, I would. Listen to that. We can also use this modal verb for suggestion or advice. Yes, what's the modal verb? Modal verb should, yeah, or maybe ought to, yeah, but ought to is really not so usual, all right? Of course, can I explain this one, you selfish? All right, bro, I'm sorry, go ahead. What kind of food do you like? I like Japanese food. What's your advice for a good Japanese restaurant? Ah, you're playing tricks on me, I know. We gotta use should, so you should go to Sushi House. I don't even know if that exists. Okay, whatever, but yes, I should go to this place because you are recommending that to me. All right? So, what dish do you suggest? Oh, you should try the salmon tamaki with cream cheese. It's good stuff. All right, cheers. We can also use modal verbs for commands. One of the modal verbs for commands is must. Yeah, so using must here, I must say. You have a meeting right after our meeting. So what time do you command that we finish? Yeah, if we really have this meeting after our meeting, I think we must finish at 10 o'clock. Other modal verb here is about obligation, right? So obligation or necessity. Yeah, we use must. Yeah, but when it's negative, yeah, it's something not necessary or a prohibition of something in case of must. All right, so what's your obligation before you drive away with your car? Before I drive away with my car, I must fasten the seatbelt, of course. How about you? Is it very necessary for you to go to the office to work, or can you work from home? Okay, do I have to go to the office? Have to? Okay, necessity. So, no, I do not have to go to the office. It's not necessary. I could go, but I do not have to. It's not necessary. It's possible that I go if I want to. Now, is it necessary to turn on the lights during online meetings? Necessity? Sure, necessity. Yeah, of course, we use need to. So, yes, it is necessary to turn on the lights, right? You're going to stay in the dark? Hey, who turned off the lights? We're almost done here. Let's go for past habit. Past habit, we can use would, right? So, and we can also use used to for those who know that. So, who do you live with now, and who did you live with in the past? Now I live with my family, my wife and kids. In the past, I lived with my mom. What's one habit you had when you lived with your mom? If you mean like a habit I don't have anymore, well, I would play arcade and video game, and I would stay on the sidewalk with my friends having a conversation until late. Late for me was 9, 10 p.m. So yeah, I would. Another use of modal verb here is for likelihood or assumption or supposition of something. When we don't know for sure that something is happening, we can use should or must. So what's your boss probably doing now? Probably is about the likelihood, right? Probability. So I don't know. He should be arriving at any moment because he arrives about this hour. Do you suppose I'm tired or wide awake now? How does my face look? Assumption, supposition, I don't know for sure, but you must be awake. You must be wide awake because you look good. Yeah, you don't look tired in your face. So must be, I'm using for assumption, supposition, and should be, I'm using for likelihood, something that could be probable. All right. Now, just to finish that up, expressing the future tense, of course, we use will. Where will you go this weekend? I will study English because there are many. I will stay home and I will study English because There's so many modal verbs I need to memorize that I need to stay home. I must stay home.